I hate it here. No, I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Hey y'all, my name's Meyer. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a really fun video, and I know I say that every single time, but this one is definitely chaotic and will be very entertaining, I promise, because Instagram filters are choosing my TBR for this reading vlog. If you guys have been on Instagram, you've probably seen those filters where you can put like a little thing on your head and it tells you like, what song are you? What movie are you? Well, I did it for the ones that tell you what book you are. And so I'm going to show you guys a compilation of all that footage in just 1 second, but I just wanted to kind of explain the video concept. I basically did this 5 or 6 times, I don't remember how many, and I got quite the selection of books. Some of them I had already read before, some of them I really just was not interested in. So I have picked 2 of the books, which I will talk to you guys after I roll that clip, that I am going to be reading in this reading vlog, and we're also going to do a little bit of Instagram controls my day / week / however long this video takes. So yeah, let's have fun, watch me suffer, and let's see what I got in the Instagram filters. I'm so nervous. Okay. What? Oh no, we are off to a bad start. Okay, I kind of want to read this one. Oh no, I've already read it though. Oh my gosh, okay, well, let's see. This was a bad idea. Oh my god. No! Oh my god, okay, this thing does not like me. I do not want to be Serpent and Dove. Dance of Thieves? What is this? Okay, I officially hate this video concept. I might have to scrap this entirely because I'm scared. Okay, thriller books. Let's see which thriller book I am. Oh my god. I don't want to read any of these. Oh my god, this is off to a bad start already. Let's see, are there any other Instagram filters I can use? Twilight. Oh my god, I hate it here. Oh my god, well, this is really something. We got some stuff to work with. So, as you guys probably saw, my luck was absolutely awful when I did this. And to spice it up a little bit, in my February TBR, I actually used a random letter generator to pick the books I was going to be reading for that month. And so that is how I narrowed down my list. I picked one book that I thought would just be entertaining to read for this reading vlog, and then I picked one book from that random letter generator, and so I'm actually going to be reading The Broken Girls by Simone St. James for this reading vlog. So let me give you guys a quick synopsis of what that's about. A suspenseful novel from the award-winning author of The Haunting of Maddie Clare, Vermont, 1950. There's a place for girls whom no one wants, the troublemakers, the illegitimate, the too smart for their own good. It's called Idlewild Hall, and in the small town where it's located, there are rumors that the boarding school is haunted. 4 roommates bond over their whispered fears, their budding friendship blossoming until one of them mysteriously disappears. Vermont, 2014. As much as she's tried, journalist Fiona Sheridan cannot stop revisiting the events surrounding her older sister's death. 20 years ago, her body was found lying in the overgrown fields near the ruins of Idlewild Hall. And though her sister's boyfriend was tried and convicted of murder, Fiona can't shake the suspicion that something was never right about the case. I'm kind of intrigued with that one because it reminds me of Simone St. James' previous work that I've read, which is The Sundown Motel. I didn't love that. I gave it 2 stars. I actually really disliked it. So I am nervous because it's following 2 timelines once again, but this is giving me The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager vibes, and I loved that book. I devoured it. I gave it 5 stars. So after hearing the synopsis of what this is about, I'm a little bit more intrigued. I was very hesitant at first. I'm a little bit scared, but I think that's fitting because it's supposed to be spooky. It's supposed to be a thriller. I think that's very fitting for the mood. So first book that we're going to be reading because of Instagram is The Broken Girls. The second book that I'm going to be reading is going to be Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. I am shocked. You're shocked. We're all collectively shocked. I cannot believe that that I'm going to be reading Twilight, but I am doing it for your entertainment, okay? For content, so that you can have a good laugh, and hopefully so can I. I have never read Twilight. I'm sure that I am going to, you know, enjoy it for what it is. It is a 2010, 20-something young adult vampire romance, and it's set in high school. I might be the last person alive who has not read Twilight, but I am still very nervous because the reason I haven't picked it up is because I just don't think that it's for me. But we're gonna see with this reading vlog. We're gonna see if I like Twilight. We're gonna be doing some Instagram-esque things. I hope that this vlog is just a fun time. I'm really hoping that I enjoy these two books. And yeah, without further ado, I'll talk to you guys in just a little bit when I've made some progress on my first book, The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. Hi guys, so I am now halfway through The Broken Girls by Simone St. James, so I want to chat about it really quickly. So The Broken Girls is a thriller mystery book that follows two different timelines. So you're following one timeline in the past where a girl has died at this boarding school, and then you're also following the present timeline, following the sister of the girl who died, and she is trying to uncover what really happened all those years ago because the boyfriend of the girl that died was put in jail, but she doesn't think that's actually what happens. So in her current position as a journalist, Fiona, the sister, actually uncovers some things about the mystery and is trying to find who actually killed her sister. I mean, it's okay so far. I think if I had to rate this right now, I would give it a 3-star. I have some issues just with how the narrative is told. I think it has a weird flow to it because again, you're following the past and the present timelines. And what really just confuses me is the fact that in the past timeline, you're following multiple different people, but in the present timeline, you're following just Fiona. So it's just a weird narrative structure that kind of makes the story hard to get into. Like I feel like I'll be pulled into one point of view and then I'll be taken out of it and I'll just have to recenter my focus. So I just don't love that aspect of it, but that's really my only critique so far, besides the fact that I'm just not super engaged with this book. I don't think that there have been a lot of really cool reveals so far. There was one thing that happened around the 70-page mark in the book that I was like, oh, okay, like things are gonna happen, it's gonna get exciting now, and then like nothing super exciting or fun has happened since then. It's okay, it's not my favorite, and it might blow me away by the end if the reveals are just super great, but at this point I just don't think that they're going to be. A few more things I want to mention with this is that there's also a romance element to this, which is just kind of bizarre in my opinion. But like, I also really like the romance element of this book, which is the weirder part, because I'm kind of rooting for these two characters, but I know that's not the central focus of the story. So I'm kind of confused as to why Simone St. James included it as a big part of this book. Maybe I'll understand by the end why that's so important, but at this point, I'm just kind of like, this is a weird aspect of a thriller book, but also I'm kind of here for it. The last thing that I want to say about this book is that it reads extremely similarly to The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James, which is the other book that I've read by this author. I just think there's a lot of really distinct parallels between them. So for instance, you're following the two different timelines with the character going to investigate the past timeline that was a family member. So in the Sundown Motel, you're following a girl searching for her missing aunt, and then in this one, you're following a sister trying to find out what happened to her dead sister. So it's just interesting that Simone St. James chooses to write such distinct plots like that. But I mean, I'm not mad at it for being so similar. I just feel like that's why this book doesn't really read that great to me. It's just kind of okay, is because I feel like I've read it before. I'll give you guys more of my thoughts in just a little bit, but before we do that, I'm actually going to be doing an Instagram controls my day component to this vlog. So I've actually posted a few things on my story so far, because when I wake up, I want to immediately do these things. So the first thing that I asked on my story is if I should do a premiere for my video that I'm posting tomorrow, which is, can we trust book talk? So if you want to know what I thought of book talk, you can go and watch that video, which I will link in the cards as well as in the description. But as of this point in time, it has not been released to the public yet. So I wanted to see if anyone would be interested in watching it with me as it was posted. And most people said yes. I think that the results so far are like 65 to 35. So it looks like it's going to be the clear winner, and I have to plan a little bit for that one. So I will be premiering my video tomorrow, which I am very nervous that no one's gonna come, but I'm also really excited because I loved that video. I thought it was so much fun to make and film and edit, and I just can't wait to see everyone's reactions to it. So it should have a really fun live chat. I also posted on my Instagram story if I should wake up early and do yoga or if I should sleep in and not do yoga. The poll so far is at 52% for waking up early and 48% for waking up later. So I'm not really sure what to do at this point in time. I think what I'm going to do is just wake up early at the time and do yoga regardless. But if I wake up and most of the results have swayed like dramatically, then I'll just hit the snooze button and I'll sleep in later. So I'll update you guys when I have woken up and seen more results. And then I'm also about to post to my Instagram story what coffee should I drink in the morning, so caramel espresso or vanilla. I'm also going to post on Instagram right now what I should have for breakfast, so my plant-based patties, or if I should have some cereal. So I'm gonna post that and I'll let you guys know the results in the morning. Everyone, I have my vanilla cereal because I was prompted to eat cereal for breakfast, which, to be honest, I'm not super excited about because I usually eat the plant-based patties every morning for breakfast, but I need to eat the cereal and get through it, so y'all are honestly saving me money, which I appreciate. And then I also have my caramel coffee, which won in the poll, so I just added some ice and some oat milk and we are good to go. Now what I'm gonna do is hopefully read a little bit more of The Broken Girls by Simone St. James because I've got some downtime before my class. I woke up early and I did yoga like you guys saw, and oh my god, I'm so tired because I don't know what it was, but I literally couldn't sleep last night, so I'm just like physically and mentally exhausted, but I wanted to get up and do it anyways because I really want to form a good habit of it. So while I'm sad it won and I had to wake up early, I'm actually kind of glad it did win as well because it motivated me to actually get up and do it. That's my morning so far. I don't really have anything interesting to tell you guys except for the fact that I'm about to start class at 10 and then we'll do the video premiere at 12. I'm also planning on posting some more polls to my Instagram story. So I currently posted what outfit I should wear today and if I should wear makeup. So when those poll results come in after my class, I'll go ahead and change and do my makeup if I need to. And then I will also post a few more Instagram prompts. So I'm also thinking of doing, should I listen to an audiobook or should I listen to music on my road trip because I'm going to visit my boyfriend. And I'm also gonna ask what should I get at Starbucks because I usually have 2 coffees a day. And especially if I'm making a longer drive, I wanna stop there just so I give myself a break. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys in just a little bit when I have more to say because right now I'm just rambling because I am sleep deprived. So the last time that we chatted, or the last thing that you guys saw, I guess, was a montage of Instagram choosing what I did for the day. So I ended up wearing makeup and I ended up wearing the blue and green sweater, but I forgot to actually record a vlog proof for you guys, but I promise that I did do it. I actually did put on makeup and I did wear the green sweater. Also in that footage, you guys saw that I got a caramel macchiato because you guys picked that for my Starbucks order. And then I also listened to A Court of Mist and Fury on my drive to visit my boyfriends, and I actually did finish that on the way back, but that's not what this reading vlog is for, so I'm not going to really chat about that. If you're curious, I did give it 4 stars and I'll talk about it more in my February wrap up. And then I also let Instagram choose what my boyfriend and I would eat for dinner that night, as well as what movie we would watch. So we ended up going to Buffalo Wild Wings, so I got some buffalo cauliflower, and then we also ended up watching The Maze Runner, which is kind of funny because ever since watching it with him this weekend, I've just been wanting to watch the rest of the movies. I loved rewatching it. I always prefer the movies to the books, so it was really fun. Now I want to chat with you guys about The Broken Girls because I actually have finished it. So this was underwhelming. I feel pretty much the same about it as I did in the first clip that I talked about this, but I'm going to give it a 2-star rating, meaning I didn't really care for this. I was thinking about giving it just a flat 2.5, but when I really think about it, this book isn't going to be very memorable for me. And I also just found that the ending was really confusing and it wasn't satisfying to me as a reader. And that's something that I always look for in thrillers, is a satisfying ending, a conclusion that wraps up in a way that makes sense to me. It doesn't have to have all my questions answered, but I don't want to walk away having more questions than I did in the beginning of the book. And I feel like the author just tried to do way too much with this novel. There was a mystery within a mystery, and once the original mystery is solved, it's kind of just taken on this new direction, and I just didn't care for this, unfortunately, and I don't think that I'm going to be picking up any more by Simone St. James in the future because I've given both of her books 2 stars. Now, we need to chat about Twilight. And guys, I think I might love this, which is the shock of the century. I did not see this coming. I didn't think that I was going to enjoy this at all. In fact, I put it on my Instagram story. I was like, okay guys, I'm starting Twilight. Do you guys think I'm going to love this or hate it? And I think like 70% of the people who voted said that I was going to hate it. So far y'all are wrong. I'm actually really enjoying this and I can't wait to see what happens. I've been putting off filming this vlog clip, but I've been really wanting to pick Twilight back up because I am halfway, and so I decided to finally get off my lazy butt and actually record this clip because I need to know what happens next in this book. I will say that of course this has the typical cringe and the typical YA fantasy of the time. You know, there's some elements that I really could do without in this book. For instance, Bella saying she's in love with Edward after like 5 minutes. That I don't vibe with, but every moment of this book leading up to that point, I was here for. I was like, oh my god, I kind of love Edward. Like, I kind of love Bella. Bella is a strong woman. We love her. And I love Edward and Bella's banter. So far it's just really, really fun. And I can't wait to find out more about the world and the romance and what's gonna happen with it. I don't love the insta-love element, but I also can understand the attraction because Bella feels drawn to Edward and Edward feels drawn to Bella. So I understand it, but it's just not my favorite trope whenever a romance is very quickly introduced and just quickly takes off. So I'm definitely curious where the story is gonna go, and I'm pleasantly surprised so far. So I'm gonna go finish Twilight and then I'll update you guys with my thoughts and we'll wrap up this vlog. Okay guys, so I am now a little bit past 300 and I usually wouldn't update right now. I'd usually just do an 100% update, but I got some stuff to say about this book. I think I understand why everyone thinks I'm going to hate it now because the insta love is just getting worse and worse. Okay, so there's gonna be mild spoilers for Twilight. I think everyone knows the basic premise of this book, but I will link a timestamp in the description for you to skip ahead to a non-spoiler part, and I'll also put on the screen right here or something. I just need to talk about how Edward not only watches Bella in her sleep, but he admits it to her, and Bella's just like, okay, sure. Fine, that's kind of hot. They're literally just chilling together, and I'm gonna quote it, page 314. So Edward and Bella are talking after Edward slept over at Bella's house, and Edward can't sleep, so he just literally watches Bella all night. And he says that he heard her talking in her sleep. Bella groaned. What did you hear? His gold eyes grew very soft. You said you loved me. You knew that already, I reminded him, ducking my head. It was nice to hear, just the same. I hid my face against his shoulder. I love you, I whispered. You are my life now, he answered simply. No, I hate it so much. I was so ready to love this, but this went from 0 to 100 real quick. I hate it here. I'll talk to you guys when I have more to say, but right now I'm not having a good time. So I have now finished Twilight, so I want to chat about my final thoughts because as you guys could probably tell, it went from 0 to 100 very, very quickly. I was really enjoying this in the beginning and I thought this could be a 5-star read. It would be surprising to all of us, but I really do think that I could love Twilight. And then I got a little bit over halfway and my mind was changed. And that's not to say that I hated this book, but I just didn't have the best experience reading it once I realized how heavily the trope of insta-love would be used. If I can't understand why 2 characters love each other, and in this case, Bella and Edward, it makes me automatically dislike the book. So, the beginning I was very intrigued. I thought that there was a very interesting dynamic between Bella and Edward, and I really wanted to know more about their relationship and know more about how Edward became a vampire and stuff like that. And I feel like those were questions that were sort of answered, and obviously this is a series, so that's going to be delved deeper into in the further books. I don't think I want to continue the rest of them because I was just straight up not having a good time once Bella was like, I love you, Edward, and I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Like, eye roll. And I get it. It's a young adult book written in 2012 or whatever. It is a product of its time, and I can't expect this to be perfect, nor do I. But I just couldn't believe the relationship, which is the central plot point of this book, so I just don't care to continue because I don't think that the foundations of Bella and Edward's relationship are convincing enough to me as a reader. I can appreciate this for what it was. It was a fun time. I genuinely did have a lot of fun reading this, and I was really curious to see how the relationship progressed. But again, if I just don't care about the formation of it in general, then I'm just not going to enjoy the rest of the book. So beginning of this book, I thought it was going to be 5 stars, and the ending of this book was like 2 stars, so that's kind of why I'm struggling to rate it. But I think I'm going to slap a 3-star on this and just forget about it. Before ending this vlog, I do quickly want to talk about how Twilight is problematic. I do not support Stephenie Meyer in her decisions to include and represent Indigenous people very poorly in this book. Essentially, if you don't know, she did include the QUILEUTE tribe in this novel and the rest of the series, and she represented them very poorly. She basically made up her own history for the tribe without their consent. I strongly encourage you guys to educate yourself about the representation of Indigenous people in this book because it is completely false and fabricated. I'm going to be linking a lot of information in the description down below that I encourage you guys to go check out. Donate to the QUILEUTE tribe if you can, because they were actually given no reparations for being included and misrepresented in this book. And yeah, I wanted to make sure that I touched on that and talked about it in this vlog before I left. So that is it for this video today. I know that this vlog was extremely silly and maybe a little bit different from my usual format. It was definitely an interesting way to choose a TBR. And you know, I don't think I'll let Instagram choose my TBR again, at least not in the same way, because I had a 2 and a 3-star read. So it wasn't the greatest reading experience, but it did encourage me to pick up books outside of my comfort zone. So I really do appreciate it for that. I also had a lot of fun letting Instagram control my day, so I might do that again in the future. So if you aren't already following me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and link that in the description down below. I'll also link my Twitter, Goodreads, Amazon wishlist, all that good stuff in the description as well. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!